What's up, everybody? This is a day in the life of an Arizona realtor, episode 1, and I'm going to show you guys behind the scenes how I host an open house on one of my previous listings, and I'm going to give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly of being a licensed realtor in Arizona. You got to stay tuned. All right, you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ben Kensington. I am a licensed realtor in the state of Arizona with eXp Realty and Kensington Properties. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and definitely hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Okay, so this is a day in the life of an Arizona realtor. I'm going to start doing these episodes from time to time so you guys can get a little bit of insight on what I do, and those out there who are aspiring realtors as well, or real estate agents, I'll show you guys a little bit of how it's done and what it's really like to be a realtor instead of all that stuff that you guys see on those reality shows. Now I'm getting ready for an open house, so I'm in my garage. Sorry about the mess. It gets a little dusty with these dust storms. I haven't blown out my garage yet, so I've got about 5 open house signs that I'm getting ready to put on the streets. This is the dirty work. This is the stuff they don't tell you about on those shows. Being a realtor is a full-time job, 24/7, 7 days a week. Okay, so 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, I usually bring a hat with me in case it's too hot. Of course, I have to brand myself. When I do an open house, I like to bring Ring cameras just in case, as you have people coming in and out of the house. You want to make sure nothing goes missing, right? You're responsible when you're doing a open house, right? I've got my super lock box. I get this. This is for the ARMLS, Arizona Regional Multiple Listing Service. And this is my listing that I'm hosting an open house on. This is an older video. This is from December 2021 when I just launched. I just put the house on the market and I'm getting ready. It's early in the morning. I've got my tripod there. These are some of the things I keep in my realtor box. Okay. Excuse me. Business cards are a must. I keep business cards in my car. I keep them in the glove box. I keep them in my wallet. I always have business cards with me, right? You never know who you're going to run into, and you want to always be able to pass out your business cards. Extra pins are always important, right? Nothing too fancy, right? Nothing too fancy. I have my laptop. I don't know why I didn't show it. It's in the front seat there. Selfie stick as well if I want to film with my cell phone. I have my tripod and as well I have some other things like a guest register, right? You want to gauge who's coming in the house, what their feedback is. I have a seller's guide. This is actually my selling guide that I give out to my sellers, and I also have a first-time home buyer's guide that I give out as well that I always keep in hand of me. I have a whole bunch of copies there on the right, and if you guys want a first-time home buyer's guide, you are more than welcome. Okay, so this is usually a packet I give out to first-time home buyers or sellers when I'm doing listing presentations and things like that. If you guys want a PDF copy, just reach out to me by email and let me know that you want a first-time home buyer's guide. It's completely free. I'll send it to you. Okay. Now that has a buyer advisory. There's a sample contract, an actual contract in my seller's guide. So that way you know what you're getting into, you know what you're signing, and we can go over it a little bit before you list your house, right? I work with Magnus Phoenix Title. That's my preferred title company that I work with, right? You're going to build those relationships as you're a realtor, when you become a realtor. Okay, these are my signs. I needed fresh new signs. My older signs were not that great. I wanted to brand myself a little more. there. As you know, guys, I go by Ben the Realtor AZ on social media. My full name is Ben Kensington. Okay, so ordered some fresh signs. I ended up getting a listing in Casa Grande for a house that was 5-bed, 3-bath, 2,494 square feet. Right, as you can see, those are the documents I was getting ready to give to my seller when I met up with her. Right, it's exclusive rights to sell, SPDS form, and I also hired my good buddy Logan from Tucson. Man, he is one of the best videographers, one of the best photographers out there to handle this for me. We met up at the property, and as you can see on his social media, on his Instagram, he posted that he was shooting with me that day as well. So it was a beautiful, beautiful shoot. We had fun. I'll put the link in the description for that YouTube video as well, below and up at top in the description. All right, so super lockbox. The seller usually prefers where they want it. This seller wanted it on the front door, so I ended up putting that there so we can set up showing time as well. And did some marketing as well with my sign on the property. We were ready to put the home in the MLS. It hit Zillow, hit Realtor.com, Redfin, all the different websites. Guys, this is a part of the real estate business. When you list a home, it's going to be everywhere. Marketing is important. I probably spent over $1,000 to market this house. All right, so we're heading to the open house. The news is out there. It just hit the market. I've got my signs. I made it to Casa Grande, and we're ready to host this house open, right? This is my listing here. We listed it at $380,000. I'll definitely let you guys know how much this house sold for, and I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly of being a realtor in Arizona. I'll check back with you guys in a little bit.
Smile more when you come by. Smile more when I see you. Smile more when the sunshine bright. Believe me, I need you. Smile more when you blow me up. Smile more when I see your face. Smile more when I feel love. Smile less when I need to let go. Let go. Smile less when I let go. But you know I won't fall. Smile more when I see you. Smile less when I miss you. No, I don't wanna be left alone. So keep me company. Swear they holding on my feet, but they not under me. The fumes on your sweater smell is so lovely. And I will never sell my soul, but you could buy the lease. And don't believe in make believe, just make your hands meet. Say a weekend and the week and never stress a thing. And we gon' go another day when we don't disagree. And when the sun's shining, regardless if you do believe. Hey, still awake in the morning when I see your face. Need you more when you go, I need you more every day. Keep a foot on the brake in case I lose all control. Yeah, so baby don't lose control. I'm focused on you, baby. Lately you've been in my aim. I've been reaching out for you and still they're so far away. Looking through the smoke in the mirror. Crazy how I see you so clear. Crazy.
All right, you guys, now we got all the signs up from the main road going into the master plan community all the way to the house so that it's easy and clear for everyone who is looking for the open house. You catch people who are driving down the main road who want to come see the house. That's very important. I make sure everything is tidied up before I start. I'm usually there about an hour early, checking everything, getting everything set up, putting out the snacks, putting out the refreshments, right? Some water. And also branding is very important, realtors. Listen to me, you gotta brand yourself. You gotta make sure you have the products available for your clientele. You need a seller's guide, you need a buyer's guide, you need a registry. You gotta have everything looking very professional, especially on an open house. Okay, you gotta have your business cards. Okay, you wanna have questionnaires, you want feedback. This is the best time to mingle, engage, and see what type of interest is in your particular listing, right? Is the neighbor interested in the house? Is there somebody from the community who's interested in the house? You never know. There might be an investor in town who wants to check out the property. This is how you exchange phone numbers. This is how you pass out business cards. You usually meet so many people at open houses, and I love doing open houses, guys. Remember, real estate is work. it's work. Okay. Even though I run my own real estate business, it is work. Okay. We are independent contractors and we file 1099s. But after this, we're set up. Now let's do some promo. What's up, everybody? This is Ben Kessington, your favorite Arizona realtor. And today I'm at my newest listing hosting an open house. So please join me. All right. So it's open. I sent that blast to social media. We have people showing up and we're going to start negotiating a little bit here. And I'll be back with you guys.
Are they the close to what I usually?
It's very, very nice. What
Yeah.
is it?
380. 380,000, 2,494 square feet. You have the full bath down here, the full bedroom, and of course the master suite, the balcony, the RV gate as well. Yeah. And the front covered patio and the back covered patio. Yeah, it's pretty good condition. There's no issues with the home. It's just older, built in 2004. So, yeah, she's kept it in really good condition. All right, you guys. So had quite a few people. That's all I'm going to show there as far as that goes. Quite a few people did show up. I would say about 10 or 12 people showed up. And right when I was getting ready to shut it down, more people showed up. So it got pretty busy. I usually have my kids help me. You won't see them in the video. My kids, my wife as well. My wife is a licensed realtor. She helps me as well. I also employ a transaction coordinator. I have an assistant to help with my real estate business. Okay, so as a realtor who runs my own business, it is very, I would say, tedious work. It is taxing work. You're working from, really, there's no hours, 24/7, 7 days a week, and things can happen. You have to cancel vacations sometimes, right? Sometimes. Okay, you have to really work around everyone's schedule, and you got to try and piece them into your schedule. So real estate is work, right? Now, we had a lot of interest in the house. Now, I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and ugly about real estate. Not everything goes as planned, okay? As we walk around the house, I want you guys to just get a tour of this particular listing. I'll put the link in the description from the marketing I've done with Logan Harding. He's an amazing photographer, videographer out of Tucson, Arizona, does great work. And I'll put that link there. Okay, so I listed this house back in December. Okay, this was right after Thanksgiving, usually a really slow time. Usually prices are falling at this time, and usually everyone are enjoying the holidays. Kids are in school and people are traveling and whatnot. So, but that didn't hinder this listing. We ended up getting an offer the first, I think it was 5 days after I listed this house, by an investment company. This investment company offered cash, okay, $5,000 over asking price. This home has solar. It's 5-bed, 3-bath, 2,494 solar. Okay, there was over $10K left to pay for on the solar on this house. And we had a leaseback option. My client was elderly, right? And I was looking for a house for her simultaneously in Tucson for her to move into as well. So I was doing double duty for my client here. All right. So that's something you do in real estate as well. When they have to move, they need somewhere else to live, right? So that's what real estate is about. That's why I say real estate is very busy. I'm always on the move. I'm always on the go. All right. So now we had a house in Tucson for my client, and we also had tons of offers that came in. We got 3 offers within the first 5 days, right? So cash offer. Now here's the problem with the cash offer. This company does not do leasebacks, and they want the house within 15 days instead of 30 days. My client is elderly, right? My client cannot. They needed the time. That was something I wrote in the MLS and put in the language that we need a leaseback, right? So that's big with contract negotiations. You guys got to know that contract in and out, okay? And sellers as well. These are some of the things you can look out for. If you need another place to stay, you want to put a leaseback option in there, right? Post possession. Okay, so now we put the house back on. We didn't go under contract. We ended up declining their offer. My seller decided that she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to rush it. No. Okay, so Now, this is a time as well when the OMI hit. Okay, I can't say the name because I know YouTube kind of punishes videos that mention Cousin 19, if you guys know what I'm talking about. This was when Mr. OMI V, the variant, came out. Okay, so now my seller is elderly. We had to stop doing showings at some point, okay, because we would do like an open house, or we would limit showings because of my seller not being so comfortable with people coming in and out of the home. Like I said, realtors, this is not about you. And this is where realtors make the mistake, right? It's an honor, it's a privilege for someone to want you to sell their home or work with them. It's not about you, it's about them and their needs, okay? My seller's needs come first. I work for them. When you hire me for a service, I work for you. So whatever you say goes, and that's all it is, point blank, period. And some realtors, they think it's about them. They think they're hot shots, this and that. They think it's like selling sunset. It's TV shows and glamorous. No, this is work. So I laugh when I see that stuff, when people think, oh, I'm just showing a house, 2-bed, 3-bath in a great neighborhood. Oh yeah, that's not real estate, guys. That's all fugazi. Real estate is negotiations, contracts, walking through neighborhoods, doing open houses, working with other realtors, doing post possessions, even helping out with repairs, hiring handyman. It's a lot of work, and emotions are up and down through closings, whether you're working with buyers or sellers. It's a lot of work, guys. Okay. The realtors who are really out here know what I'm talking about. Okay. So now, my seller decided, we ended up going under contract with a buyer who came from out of state. We ended up going under contract with a buyer from out of state. Now, the way the solar company worked was that you had to qualify for the solar to be transferred. Okay. And this is all written in the listing. This is all information that we negotiate with the other agent. They have to qualify. So that means they would have to pull their credit, qualify for the remaining balance of the solar being transferred. See, this is one thing you guys got to know how to deal with solar. I've sold a house. You'll see the Chandler house that I sold to my buyers from Washington State. They assumed a Tesla solar loan. That one is just assumable. It transfers over. It transferred over everything, all the payments, the remaining balance, all of that to that seller. They didn't have to qualify, but with this particular solar company, they had to qualify. So those are things you got to investigate. You got to call the solar company. You got to ask questions. You have to figure it out and work with your seller and get those payments and get get that payment history, get the contract for the solar company as well. So those are a lot of ins and outs of real estate that they don't show you on these reality shows, right? They just show realtors just showing houses. Real estate is a lot of work, guys. Okay, now, all right, so this house, we went under contract. We were about, what we negotiated was, I can't go too much into the negotiations, right, for privacy reasons. Okay, the solar was going to be paid off completely, right? I negotiated a way to have the solar paid off completely, and with 2 weeks left, okay, 2 weeks left before we were going to hit the closing table. We already went past the inspection. We are already in escrow. We're getting ready to send out the closing disclosures. Okay, so I'll let you guys know what happens towards the end of the video, and I'll give you guys a sell price. Stay tuned. I'll be back.
And I will never sell my soul, but you could buy the lease. And don't believe in make believe, just make it can never stress a thing. And we gon' go another day when we don't disagree. And when the sun's shining, regardless if you do believe. Hey, celebrate in the morning when I see her face. Need you more when you go, I need you more every day. Keep a foot on the brake in case I lose all control. Yeah, so baby, don't lose control. I'm focused on you, baby. Lately you've been in my aim. I've been reaching out for you and still that's so far away. Looking through the smoke in the mirror. Crazy how I see you so clear. Crazy how I see you so clear. And how you make me smile. And how you make me smile. Oh yeah. And how you make me smile. Oh baby, how you make me smile. Smile more when I see you. Smile less when I miss you. No, I don't wanna be left alone. Oh no. Smile more when you come back. Smile more when I see you. Smile more when the sun shines bright. Believe me, I need you. Smile more when you blow me up. Smile more when I see your face. Smile more when I feel love. Smile less when I need to let go. Let go. Smile less when I let go. You know I won't go. Smile more when I see you. Smile less when I miss you. I wanna be left alone. Don't leave me here alone.
All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the tour so far, but let's find out what happened. Okay, so this is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so I felt bad for the buyer, right? Because we ended up not being able to close. Okay, so my seller ended up falling ill. Okay, now we had to the seller had to cancel the contract. Okay, this was during the whole OMI thing. Okay, we were under contract to purchase a house in Tucson. We were already under a contract, and we were under contract to sell this house in Casa Grande. But unfortunately, my seller, due to these types of circumstances, right, you can't control everything, okay? And you have to put your clients first. You know, I really felt bad for the buyer, but the seller had to check in, right? The seller had a medical emergency and had to back out of this contract. Okay, so I felt bad for the buyer. The buyer did get the earnest money back, but the seller had to back out. So in this situation, we went ahead and pulled the listing. Okay, we pulled the listing. It's all about the seller. Okay, that's all that matters. So what ended up happening was, once the seller pulled the listing, I told the seller, once you're better, once everything is okay, we'll go ahead and relist. Okay, so we waited a little bit. It took about a month. Right, I was getting phone calls still from a lot of people. Is that house still for sale? People who came to the open house. Hey, what's going on with that house? I want to buy it. I was getting calls from everywhere. Okay, from New York, all over the place. Out of state buyers, Idaho, you name it. People wanted this house. Okay, so now we had to back out of both deals. So the Tucson deal was a no-go, and this deal was a no-go for right now until the seller got better. Now, on my agenda, though, I had a family vacation coming up because I didn't think it would take this long for this listing to sell. Okay, I had a family vacation out of state in Florida that I was going to be gone for 3 weeks. Okay, for my kids, it's something I promised them that I haven't been on a real family vacation in about a year and a half because of all what's been going on, right, the past couple years. So my family, we needed it. Okay, so when she was finally ready to list, it was about 3 days before I was heading out for a vacation. So this is another thing about being a realtor. You got to have people that you know. This is why it's good to work with other realtors. I have a team of other realtors that I've met, friends, colleagues, people I've worked with on other deals that we've become really tight just doing deals together. So I had another realtor who was able to take over the listing. I introduced this realtor to my client, my seller, to go ahead and take over. So I still get a referral, right? This is a referral on the back end for other realtors. You don't know how this works. So I still get a referral on the back end. The realtor is going to take this over, take care of my client, let them know everything, give all the documents, and take over this listing. Okay, so I had to give up on this listing for unforeseen circumstances, right? We were just about to close 2 weeks, right? So I didn't get a commission on this one. I just got a referral. Okay, and for the Tucson one, I have a Tucson realtor that I work with. I was able to refer as well. So I ended up still getting referrals on both. So this is why you have people in place who can help you, who you trust, people who you know who are top notch that can get the job done. And the reason why I know is because I work with them. I've seen the work they put in. I've worked with their transaction coordinators. I've worked with their team. So I know these people. I keep them in my pocket when I come across them, and I learn from them as well. Okay, in this business. Okay, so this house ended up selling, okay, back in May for $409,000. So even better, okay, because the equity started shooting up after February, March, April. Man, the equity Phoenix started skyrocketing. You guys saw some of my market updates. The market was going crazy. The prices went high. So she ended up gaining almost $30,000 in equity. So it was actually a blessing in disguise. She ended up getting way over asking price, got $409,000, got to get better, healed up, and it worked out for everybody. The client, right? It's always client first. All you real estate agents out there, all you aspiring realtors, the client comes first. Know how to handle these situations when it's the good, right? Know how to handle it when it's the bad, and know how to handle it when it's the ugly, okay? And these are one of those situations where I felt bad for the original buyer, right? Because of, unforeseen circumstances. They ended up being able to purchase another house, but that's sad, right? They really wanted the house. The seller had to cancel for certain reasons, and everybody was mutual. Everybody mutual agreed to cancel that contract at that time. But at the end of the day, it did work out for everybody. Okay, so anyways, you guys, thanks for watching this video. This is just a little insight of the real estate business, and I'm gonna do a series. I'll probably have videos every so often, not too much. I'll try my best. I'm super busy, so that's why this video is so long overdue. I shot this in December of last year. Okay, so it's been months since I've been able to get to this particular video, but I'll keep dropping videos for you guys. I'll keep giving you guys insights of what it's really like to be a realtor in Arizona, what it's really like to be a real estate agent, the real, not none of this fake stuff, these fake YouTubers, this fake stuff you see online, these reality shows. This is the real deal. This is what really happens. Someone who really is out here in the field in Arizona, from Tucson to Phoenix, throughout the valley. I give you guys the ins and outs of everything about Arizona real estate. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. I would truly appreciate it if you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the end of the video. After this open house was done, we had to hit the Golden Corral here in Casa Grande, which is absolutely delicious. Me and my family went to Golden Corral. Yes, the buffet. After this, the chow down. We were all starving and we enjoyed it. So if you're ever in Casa Grande, hit up the Golden Corral. But all right, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Buying, selling, or investing in real estate, feel free to reach out to me via phone, text, or email. See you guys next time.